bold, actually wrote me 5 times to ask about her security deposit, sometimes leading with, "Don't know if you got my last email," and signing off with a perky, "Thanks." And in between came the badgering. If she can afford to stay at my rental, then she can afford to wait until the transaction posts to her credit card, within 7 business days as promised. I don't have much tolerance for people who live beyond their means and then act entitled. She had to change a light bulb. She was denied her constitutional right to condiments. There was a partially obscured view from the kitchen. She fails to mention that it's obscured by a gorgeous purple jacaranda tree in full spring bloom. The living room view is completely unobstructed, as noted in every other review, but not in hers. She doesn't highlight a single thing she likes. I am a little touchy about the rental. I know that. It was my parents' home in their later years, and I can still see the contentment they felt as they surveyed that ocean panorama. Now my father's gone, and my mother's in her assisted living community, requiring more assistance every day as the dementia worsens. And I never feel like I'm doing enough for her, no matter how many flowers I bring, or how much tidying up I do, or how often I tell her she's a fantastic mom and I love her. More and more often, she barely registers my presence. It's a terrible thing, being invisible to your own mother. I try not to take it personally. It's the inexorable aging process. It's a disease, getting old. No love is strong enough to overcome biology. But I can't help but feel that it should be. That it is for some other family, some other mother with some other daughter. My brother George says it's the same during his infrequent visits. He lives in Idaho with his family, so he doesn't have to concern himself with her decline. He doesn't have to watch it, day by excruciating day. He doesn't have to see her falter and disappear. He also doesn't have to handle any of the arrangements. I'm the power of attorney. It all falls to me. "It's not like you work," he once told me. As if it's not work to deal with all the guests, being hospitable and available, ensuring that no one's broken anything or stolen anything, or left, say, cat-sized stains on sheets. My father had left the Santa Monica house to both George and me, but I bought him out, just so I wouldn't have to feel the resentment of doing everything and then giving him his cut, so that it would be all my work and all my profit. I convinced Larry that it was a good investment, and one that I would manage exclusively. He didn't know there was a hidden catch. He doesn't need to. Marriages work best with a don't ask, don't tell policy, on a bedrock of what you don't know won't hurt you. Ava's coming tomorrow, but I always pre-clean the Beverly Hills house. Today, it's with some extra fervor, courtesy of Dawn and her review. I scrub the granite countertops and every stainless steel appliance until I can practically see my reflection. Or perhaps that's my angry aura. I've never been very comfortable with anger. It's important to keep it at bay. Cleaning helps. In this case, it's going to take more than just one room. Fortunately, I've got 4,000 square feet. I love this house. Well, I used to, when I could still see it. Now it's just backdrop, the set against which my life with Larry plays out. We've been here for almost 25 years, since Thad was 3. I remember when the realtor first showed it to us. A 4-bedroom Spanish villa, just blocks from Rodeo Drive. The feeling was so warm. Taupe and burnt orange, the variegated walnut wood floors with matching beamed ceilings, the rounded doorways and fireplaces. Thad was tearing through here, letting out excited yelps. He thought he was home. I wanted it badly, but Larry was barely past residency back then. Maybe I was still reeling a little from what had happened during the residency, and thought more penance was due. We didn't yet deserve such a bounty. But Larry disagreed, and his parents were willing to give us the down payment. He was sure that, despite everything, the world should, and would, be good to us. If you only saw this house.